Dansaradhava Madhya-līlā Pranaya Karunya Ganagamatam Pratatya Kalyana Gunanavasya Vande Guru Sri Charana-ravinda Vande Guru Sri Charana-ravinda Mahaprabhu Kīrtanita Gita Aditra Madhyana Surasena Romanchakampa Sutarangavayo Vande Guru Sri Charana-ravinda Vande Guru Sri Charana-ravinda
Yasya prasada nagati kutopi.
Yasya prasada bhagava prasada. Yasya prasada nagati kutopi.
Gayastu vantasya yasa visaya.
Gayastu vantasya yasa visaya.
Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda.
Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda.
Madhura Bhakti-caritāmṛta. Rame muhurte patati prajana.
Shrimaguru Rahasmakane Kayuja. Rame Muhurte Patati Prayatna.
Yastena vrinda vanana prasasa.
Latina Vrindavana Tasasa.
Sevaivalavya janasudhaiva.
Sevai Valavya Yana Santaiva.
Avande Guru Sri Charanaravinda.
Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande. Dandava pranams to everyone. Good morning. We're going to continue the reading of Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta. We are in Madhya-līlā, chapter 6, the liberation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai, Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Prabhu ki Jai, Śrīla S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Gurudev ki Jai. Did Ramananda started the reading? Okay. So we are in text 85, 86. Okay, please forgive my pronunciation. I'm just going to attempt reading here. The morning program continues. Okay, Yadyapi Jagat Guru Tumi Sastra Gyanavan Prithiviti nahi pandita tomara samana. Isvarera kripalesha nahi katomate. Ataeva Ishvara Tattva Napara Janite 85-86. Gopinathacharya then addressed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. You are a great scholar and a teacher of many disciples. Indeed, there is no other scholar like you on earth. Nonetheless, because you are bereft of even a pinch of the Lord's mercy, you cannot understand him, even though he is present in your home. Tomara nahi kadosha shastra eikahe, pandityatya isvaratatva jnana kapunahe. It is not your fault. It is the verdict of the scriptures. You cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead simply by Jai Śrīla Gurudev Ki Jai. You cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead simply by scholarship. Purport. This is a very important verse. Even big scholars cannot understand Krishna. Yet, they dare comment on Bhagavad Gita. Reading Bhagavad Gita means understanding Krishna. Yet, we actually see many scholars making blunders in trying to understand Krishna. Gopinathacharya's statement is confirmed in many places in Vedic literature. In Katha Upanishad, it is stated, Nayam Atma Prava Chanena Labhyo Na Medaya Na Bahunya Srutena Yam Evaisas Virinute Tena Labhyas Tasyaisha Atma Vibrinite Tanam Swam. It is also stated in Katha Upanishad, Naishat Tarkena Matir Apaneya Proktan Janaiva Sunyanaya Presta Yam Tuam Apa Satya Tritir Dāsī Twadrin No Bujan Achiketa Prasta. The fact is that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supersoul, cannot be attained simply by explanations, logic, and erudite scholarship. One cannot understand him simply by one's brain substance. Even by studying all Vedic literature, one cannot understand the Supreme Lord. However, if one is slightly favored by the mercy of the Lord, if the Lord is pleased, one can understand him. But who are the candidates eligible to receive the mercy of the Lord? Only the devotees. They alone can understand what is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord reveals himself to the sincere devotee when he is pleased with his service. Swayam eva spurati ada. One should not try to understand the Lord simply from the statements of the Vedas, nor should one uselessly attempt to decry these statements to reasoning and logic. Text 88. Sarvabhauma Kohe, Acharya Kaha Sabadane, Tomate Isvara Kripa Ite Ki Pramane. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, My dear Gopinathacharya, please speak with great care. What is the proof that you have received the mercy of the Lord? Acharya Kohe, Vastu Visaya Haya Vastu Jnana, Vastu Tattva Jnana Haya Kripate Pramana. Gopinathacharya replied, Knowledge of the summum bonus, the absolute truth, is evidence of the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Purport. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya informed his brother-in-law Gopinathacharya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead may not have shown mercy to me, but what is the proof of his having shown it to you? Kindly let us know about this. In reply to this, Gopinathacharya said, that the summum bonum, the absolute truth, and his different potencies are identical. Therefore, one can understand the substance of the absolute truth by the manifestation of his different potencies. The summum bonum includes all potencies in one unit. The absolute truth combined with different characteristics is the original substance, vastu. Parasya bhaktir vividaiva srujate. Thus, the Vedas state that the absolute truth has different potencies. When one understands the characteristics of the potencies of the absolute truth, one is aware of the absolute truth. On the material platform as well, one can understand the substance by the manifestation of its symptoms. For example, when there is heat, it is to be understood that there is fire. The heat of the fire is perceived directly. The fire may not be visible, but one can search out the fire by feeling heat. Similarly, if one can perceive the characteristics of the absolute truth, we can know that he has understood the substance of the absolute truth by the mercy of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.25, it is said, Naham prakasa sarvasya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead reserves the right of not being exposed to everyone. Seven mukhe hi jivadau swayam eva spurati ada. The Lord revealed himself to a devotee when he is completely satisfied by the devotee's service. Thus one cannot understand the Supreme Lord without his mercy. The absolute truth cannot be understood by speculation, and this is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. I repeat this. The absolute truth cannot be understood by speculation, and this is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. Inhara sarire sava isvara lakshana mahaprema veshatumi pajancha darshana. Gopinath Acharya continued, you have seen the symptoms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during his absorption in an ecstatic mood. Tabutta Isvara Gyana Nahaya Tomara Isvarera Maya Ei Bali Vyavahara. Despite directly perceiving the symptoms of the Supreme Lord in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you cannot understand him. This is commonly called illusion. Purport. Gopinath Acharya is pointing out that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had already seen uncommon symptoms of ecstasy in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These uncommon symptoms of ecstatic love indicated the Supreme Person, but despite having seen all these symptoms, the Bhattacharya could not understand the Lord's transcendental nature. He was considering the Lord's pastimes to be mundane. This was certainly due to illusion. Dekilena deke tare bahirmuka jana sunihashi sarvabhama balila vachana. A person influenced by the external energy is called bahirmuka jana, a mundane person, because despite his perception, he cannot understand the real substance. Hearing Gopinath Acharya say this, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya smiled and began to speak as follows. When one's heart is not purport, when one's heart is not cleansed, one cannot awaken the transcendental nature of devotional service. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Jesam tua antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam tedva dva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridha brataha. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are freed from the dualities of delusion, engage themselves in my service with determination. That's Bhagavad Gita 7.28. When one is actually engaged in pure devotional service, it is understood that he has already attained freedom from all reactions to sinful activities. In other words, it is to be understood that devotees are already free from sin. A sinful person, a miscreant, Duskriti, cannot engage in devotional service, nor can one engage in devotional service simply on the basis of a scholarly speculation. One has to wait for the mercy of the Lord in order to render pure devotional service. Istagosti vichara kori nakariha rosa shastra drishche kahi kichu nalaila dosha. The Bhattacharya said, "We are just having a discussion among friends and considering the points described in the scriptures. Do not become angry. I am simply speaking on the strength of the Shastras. Please don't take any offense." Bhagavata Haya Chaitanya Gosai Ekali Kali Kale Vishnura Avataranai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is certainly a great and common devotee, but we cannot accept him as an incarnation of Lord Vishnu because, according to Shastra, there is no incarnation in this age of Kali. This is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya speaking. Ataeva Tri Yuga Kori Kahi Vishnu Nama Kali Yuge Avatara Nahi Sastra Gyana. Another name of Lord Vishnu is Tri Yuga because there is no incarnation of Lord Vishnu in Kali Yuga. Indeed, this is the verdict of revealed scriptures. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, is known as Tri Yuga, which means that he is manifest in 3 yugas. However, this means that in the age of Kali, the Lord appears not directly but in disguise. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam. Itham nit triyag rishi deva jasara bhattarai lokan vivai vas jasi hamsi jagat pratipan dharmam mahapurusha pasi yuganu vritam chanakalo jad avastri yugo tat sattvam. My Lord, you kill all the enemies of the world in your multifarious incarnations, in the families of men, animals, demigods, rishis, aquatics, and so on. Thus you illuminate the worlds with transcendental knowledge. In the age of Kali, O Mahapurusha, you sometimes appears in a cover incarnation. Therefore, you are known as Tri Yuga, one who appears in only 3 yugas. That's from Bhagavatam 7.938. Śrīla Sridhar Swami has also verified that Lord Vishnu appears in the age of Kali, but does not act as he does in other ages. Lord Vishnu incarnates for 2 purposes: Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskritam. That is, he comes to engage in pastimes with his devotees and to annihilate the demons. These purposes are visible in the Satya, Treta, and Dwapara yugas. But in Kali Yuga, the Lord appears disguised. He does not directly kill demons and give protection to the faithful. Because the Lord is not directly perceived in Kali Yuga, but he is directly known in the other 3 yugas, his name is Tri Yuga. Suniyacharya kohe duki hanya mane sastragya karinya tumi kara abhimane. Upon hearing this, Gopinathacharya became very unhappy. He said to the Bhattacharya, "You consider yourself the knower of all Vedic scriptures. Bhagavata Bharata Dui Sastrera Pradana Seidu Granta Bhakti nahi avadana. Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata are the two most important Vedic scriptures, but you have paid no attention to their statements. Seidu iskohe kalite sakta avatara, tumikaha kalite nahi Vishnura prachara. In Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata, it is stated that the Lord appears directly. But you said that in this age there is no manifestation or incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Kali Yuga Lilavatara Nakare Bhagavan Ataeva Triyuga Kori Kahitara Nama. In this age of Kali there is no Lila avatar of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore he is known as Triyuga, that is one of his holy names. Purport: a Lila avatar is an incarnation of the Lord who performs a variety of activities without making any special endeavor. He always has one pastime after another, all full of transcendental pleasure, and these pastimes are fully controlled by the Supreme Person. The Supreme Person is totally independent of all others in these pastimes. While teaching Sanatana Gosvāmī, Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Madhya-līlā 20.2, 96 and 98, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pointed out that one cannot count the number of Lila avatars. However, the Lord told Sanatana, I shall explain the chief Lila avatars: Matsya, Kurma, Raghunatha, Nishinha, Vamana, Barahadi, Leka, Janra, Nayaya, Ganana. Thus the Lord's incarnations were enumerated, including Matsya, the fish incarnation, Kurma, the tortoise, Lord Ramachandra, Nishinhadeva, Vamanadeva, and Varaha, the boar incarnation. Thus there are innumerable Lila avatars, and all of these exhibit wonderful pastimes. Lord Varaha, the boar incarnation, lifted the entire planet Earth from the depths of Garbhodaka ocean. The tortoise incarnation, Lord Kurma, became a pivot of the emulsification of the whole sea, and Lord Nishinhadeva appeared as half man, half lion. These are some of the wonderful and uncommon features of Lila avatars. In his book Lagu Bhagavatamrita, Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī has enumerated the following 25 Lila avatars: Chatusana, Narada, Varaha, Matsya, Yajna, Narayan, Kapila, Dattatreya, Hasasirsa, Hayagriva, Hamsa, Prisnigarbha, Risabha, Prithu, Nishinha, Kurma, Dambantari, Mohini, Vamana, Parasurama, Raghavendra, Vyasa, Balaram, Krishna, Buddha, and Kalki. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not mentioned as a Lila avatar because he is an incarnation in disguise, Chana Avatara. In this age of Kali there are no Lila avatars, but there is an incarnation of the Lord manifested in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This has been explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Prati Yuga Karena Krishna Yuga Avatara, Tarka Nista Hridaya Tomara Nahika Vichara. Gopinath Acharya continue, there is certainly an incarnation in every age, and such an incarnation is called the Yuga Avatar. But your heart has become so hardened by logic and argument that you cannot consider all these facts. Asan varnas trayohi asja, grinato nuyugam tanu, suklo raktas tatapita idanim Kṛṣṇatam gata. In the past, your son has had bodies of 3 different colors. According for the age, these colors were white, red, yellow. In this age, Dwapara Yuga, he has accepted a blackish body. Purport: this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.8.13 was spoken by Garga Muni when he was performing the rituals at Lord Krishna's name-giving ceremony. He states that the incarnation of the Lord in other ages have been white, red, and yellow. These yellow colors refer to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose bodily complexion was yellowish. This confirms that in the past Kali Yugas, the Lord has had incarnated in a body that was yellow in hue. It is understood that the Lord incarnates in different colors for the different yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali. Accepting the color yellow, Pita, as well as other characteristics, the Lord incarnated as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the verdict of all Vedic authorities. And we are going to finish here for today. We continue tomorrow with text 102 of the Madhya-līlā, chapter 6, the liberation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Jai Shri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki, Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Gosvāmī Prabhu ki Jai, and Śrīla A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. So please tune in tomorrow to continue with the reading of Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. You want to sing Hariharaji?
Sure. Hariharaja Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hariharaja Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopala Govinda Ram Simadhusudana.
Giridhari Gopinata Madana Mohana. Chaitanya-caritāmṛta Sri Advaita Chandra. Tadadvara Shiva Sadi Pura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha. Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Datta Raghunatha. Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhana. Jaha Hoite Vinana Hari Hari Go. And we just wanted to mention, we wish Nadirani Didi, who is traveling to India at the moment, a very happy trip to the Holy Dham.
Yeah.
And wonderful parikrama, and she was an exemplary servitor. Jai Nadirani Didi ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhar Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Om Vishnupada Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Minupada Śrīla Bhakti Rakshya Deva Gosvāmī Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Minupada Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswatī Thakur ki Jai. Shri Rupanunga Guru Varga ki Jai. Śrīla Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Jai Shri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai. Śrīla Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja Swami Prabhu ki Jai. Śrīla S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat London Chapter ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Sri Acharya Brinda ki Jai. Sri Harinama Sankirtan ki Jai. Nittai Gaur Premanandi ki Jai. And Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees worldwide ki Jai. Nittai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.